With new levels for the Witch and Lightning spell, Zap Mass Witches was destined to be great at TH16, and with the addition of the Spirit Fox, this army goes to the next level. Let's get straight into the attacks here. Coming up against a triple Multi Inferno Double Rage Tower Diamond base. This is not where you should be attacking with Zap Mass Witches, and that's why I deliberately picked this base to start the video off with. Because if I can triple a base with 3 Multi Infernos with Zap Mass Witches, then clearly the army is going to be strong at Town Hall 16. So we get the lightning spells done, get our wall breaks done. Now it's time to set the funnel. Now normally you send your king in the center of the base, but because there's so many buildings at the bottom of this funnel here, I'm going to invest my king down the bottom and see if I can get a return for him. Then we put the witches on the other flank, and now it's the best time. It's time to spam the rest of the witches straight in the middle. Warden goes down, and away we go. Put the last ice golem down strategically. Log launcher comes in. Put it on a slight delay. You don't want it to get out in front and tank. And then the queen comes in as well. I'm able to bring one freeze with this army comp because all the buildings, I zapped are nearby each other. However, some of the time you won't have this freeze spell, but you'll see the value of the freeze here. Early warden ability to stop that Multi Inferno going ham. We pop the king ability and we are going. But yeah, triple ice golem defensive CC. So it's bad enough there was 3 Multi Infernos on this base. I also picked a defensive CC of 3 ice golems, which makes this even harder to triple, but we're still able to get the triple done. RC coming in on the top side. You can see the ricochet cannon does so much damage to her, and the Spirit Fox, the newest pet in Clash of Clans. But as soon as she goes invisible, switches to the king, and yeah, this base is in a whole world of trouble. Yes, this town hall is going to burn through our troops, but we got the queen ability. It goes off there, doing so much damage. RC still has her ability, and this base, despite having 3 Multi Infernos, despite having Rage Towers, despite having a triple Ice Golem defensive CC, is not able to stop Zap Mass Witches. We still have a bunch of witches left on the left. Our queen is still up. Our RC is half health with her ability intact. Bring on the Zap Mass Witch meta. Let's move on to a box base here. This base does have 2 single infernos, but I have put a poison tower as well. So a bit more sort of the base you'll probably go for with this army. 2 single infernos, but we'll see how much of a problem the poison tower is. Obviously, poison tower is the worst spell tower for this army. Timing our zaps perfectly. We can't quite take down the royal champion. She needs the 7th lightning spell, but that is fine. We got rid of the queen and got some seriously good value. Obviously, with so many valuable defenses at Town Hall 16, you're always going to be able to get some sort of zap value like we did here. Now, you'll see the outer wall on this base is not long enough to wall break, which means all our troops are going to split left and right, and this single inferno locks onto our king, which is really bad news. We need that king to live as long as possible. Most of his health is gone this early in the battle. I popped the warden ability to negate the poison tower to make sure our log launcher is able to open up the core, because that's the most important thing in this attack. We still have witches all over the battlefield. They're doing great work. The ricochet cannon is a fantastic defense, but can't do anything against the witches. The witches are completely owning them at the moment. Look at how many skeletons we have up. They are going to burn through this wall with the queen here like butter. Still hanging on to the royal champion. All our troops get into the town hall. I'm trying to hang on to this queen ability as late as possible. We use the royal champion on the top side, and this is where the Spirit Fox is so good, because the Spirit Fox and the royal champion, their job is to just deal with what's left on the base. The witches will die when they get to the town hall. That's why when you use Zap Mass Witches, it's best to come on a base where you get to the town hall as late as possible, because only then will the witches go down. Until then, they are pretty safe, and then you're going to have the RC clean up the rest. And yet again, pretty convincing triple. Now, there was 2 single infernos on this base, but there also was a poison tower, so you're going to find plenty of bases with single Infernos, and they can all go down to this army. Final replay of the video here, and it's the worst style of base of all. It is a ring base. I'm going to get rid of both scatters and both poison towers here with my Zapquake. I could try and damage the defensive queen if I was patient enough, but I figure most of you wouldn't go for that Zapquake, so I decided I wouldn't either. Coming in with our wall breakers. Not going to do a wall break in the middle because I've only got 2 wall breakers with this army. You can bring a 3rd wall breaker if you like, but I would rather bring 20 witches, wouldn't you? Anyways, coming in here, and this funnel looks terrible, but trust me, it's all going to work out in the end. We spread all the witches around, heroes coming in the middle, and everything will eventually funnel in. Now, as we said before, the later you deal with the Town Hall, the better with this army to negate the Town Hall poison effect. Ring bases are generally very good against Mass Witches because you have to get to the Town Hall sooner. Now, I came from the far side of the base, so I'm going to get to the Town Hall as late as possible, but still not an ideal base for this. The defensive CC is going to come out here, but I freeze the Town Hall and it because I want to take down the Town Hall before I deal with this triple Ice Golem CC. Because now when I deal with it, hopefully my witches can stay off that Town Hall poison. As you can see, they are here. They're staying off the Town Hall poison so I can delay my Warden ability as much as possible. RC to come on the bottom side here, but watch this Ricochet Cannon. Anytime you put the Royal Champion down, you need to be wary of the Ricochet Cannon because it wrecks the Royal Champion. It will wreck these Headhunters as well. Look at it. Yeah, yikes, I needed those 2 Headhunters to deal with all these defensive heroes on the back end, but not much I can do. Yet again, the Ricochet Cannon. It is so good against, well, pets mainly, but in particular, the Spirit Fox. Thankfully, the Spirit Fox is barely alive here. Will go down with the next appearance it makes, but we're going to have just enough to take down the back end of the base. Is this an overkill? No. But honestly, if Zap Mass Witches can take down a ring base with 2 poison towers, that says enough already, doesn't it? Gonna be a slow cleanup for this one, but that is it for the video. I showed you on a diamond base with 3 Multi Infernos, by the way. I showed you on a box base with a poison tower. I showed you on a ring base with 2 poison towers. I'm telling you, this army is going to be legit at Town Hall 16. So the real question is, do you use this army much, and are you looking forward to using it at Town Hall 16? If you want to see the full sneak peek from today's video with the Spirit Fox, I will link that on the left. See it with all the different heroes, but it's safe to say Spirit Fox is best used with the Royal Champion.